I have nothing to feel guilty of. Just look at this face. It's the face of an angel. Okay. Maybe not. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician, where here on this channel I talk about fragrances. That's all it is really, fragrances. And if you can see him, and a little bit of pussy. So in today's video we are talking about guilty pleasures, aren't we, Claude? Guilty pleasures. And this was requested by a subscriber. She said, do a guilty pleasures list. Oh, Claude, that's it. Just rest on my boobage there. Rest on my boobage. Don't you touch my fragrances now, Claude. Oh. So I am doing a guilty pleasures list, if I can, if my co-host will let me. Christy, one of my subscribers said, please do a guilty pleasures list. So I've chosen five fragrances that I feel fit that category, that fit that genre of those fragrances that I shouldn't wear. But I should, and I will, and I can. So let's delve in. As a side note, Claude had to get down because he was starting to get so enamoured with me that it was just impossible. So let's delve into this. So the first one is Britney Spears' Intense Fantasy. I've always said it's on my guilty pleasures list. I'm filming here and I'm going to film another video and I've got cat hair all over me. That's what it's like when we live with cats, don't we? And I've got 1, 2, 3 in here with me at the moment. Yes, so they're all in the background watching me, and one is being a little tinker. Let's see. Anyway, crap sprayer, but lovely fragrance. I've always said it about Britney Spears fragrances. The fragrance caps are always crap, and gaudy and tacky and so unattractive. You could do damage with it. Yes, Richard, stand at 6 feet away from me when I am feeling a hot flush come on. But this is a cupcake vanilla, bit fruity, lovely. And it's much better, in my opinion, than the original Fantasy. Good longevity, good projection, a compliment getter. But I feel guilty for wearing it because I feel like I don't want to love it, but I do. And I try to fight it. So yes, I'm guilty of that and that alone. So Britney Spears, Fantasy Intense, the first guilty pleasure. It's so sweet. It's so saccharine. It's tooth-achingly. Oh, get me to the dentist now to have a cavity, or worse still, a tooth pulled. But it'll always be on the guilty pleasures list. And I have done a little bit of a dent there. I don't feel guilty of, but I do feel guilty of other people around me, and I'm very mindful of other people around me when I wear these. The second one, Poison by Dior. Now, some people hate this. Let's do another psht. boozy tuberose and berries and witches potion. The fragrance that got banned allegedly in the 1980s and 90s in restaurants. Who knows? Who cares? I have to be in a mood when I wear this. I have to be almost brooding wearing this. It's the original. This is a it's tingling up my nose. This is a pre-reformulated version. But I think it is a reformulated version. If you look for the pre-reformulated versions, the bottles are much more fatter, and on the bottom there is no like sticker, and it's just, this says Dior. So this is from the 2004, 2005 era. So this bottle is about 16, 17 years old. So it is an older formula, but nonetheless, it is strong, potent. But you know what? I've actually worn this and had compliments from it. So it suits my skin, obviously. I do about 4 sprays, which is quite a lot for this. Maybe 5. And it lasts on me and it projects. And I feel like Cruella de Vil when I'm wearing this. But I'm so mindful. I don't want to choke people out. Poison Dior, the original Poison. Now the next one is in that same genre of the 80s. Did it copy Poison? No. It just wanted a bit of competition. This is the pure perfume of Lulu, and I do have behind me 2 bottles, a 30ml and a 50ml of the first formula. This, I love this because it's magnetized. It came in this box up here, so it clips on, but this is 7.5 mils of pure perfume. Just going to pop a bit on my skin. This is so potent, although it looks, I mean, it's crystal. It's, yeah, it's just adorable with a little tassel. And it is Lulu. It is a sillage bomb. It is a scent trail bomb. It is a projection bomb. So I actually only wear this version, believe it or not, at home, because it's even as strong or stronger than the ones behind me, which are the Eau de Parfum. Now, when I wear the Eau de Parfum, I'm very mindful of how I spray that as well. And I do feel that I don't want to choke people out. It is a very, yes, I know, Claude. It is a very much of that time of the 1980s. But I love it. And I feel guilty that I love that kind of vintage vibe. And I don't feel like I should feel guilty, but I do. But LouLou by Cacharel, it's tuberose, it's incense, it's smoky. It is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. She rocked this. Yes, yes, she did. And it's a real potion of a fragrance. Now, the next one is a kind of a vintage throwback, and it was brought out in the late 90s, and it is Sunset Boulevard by Gale, Hayman. I don't think I've ever spoken about this. This is an orange blossom bomb, but it is intermingled with these spices as well. It feels very vintage, very vintage. This is, I managed to acquire a bottle of this. It's that almost It's of that era where it's like powder, puff, lipstick and paint, and I just feel it depicts Gloria Swanson perfectly in Sunset Boulevard. Although it came out years after the film, it has that 1950s or 1940s even, of that vibe of throwing on a fur and feeling sex kittenish, and this woman is in her 40s or 50s and she's getting herself a younger lover. This is that type of fragrance. He is William, what was the actor's name in Sunset Boulevard? He married Stephanie Powers later on. She was a lucky woman in the 70s. Oh, what was his name? If you know his name, comment down below. But there's a scene where she's running her hands over his chest and she wants to devour him. I want to be that woman sometimes. Sunset Boulevard by Gale Hayman. A guilty pleasure, a guilty secret that I'll take to the grave and beyond. Actually, these fragrances should be fragrances that people love to hate on, as well as guilty pleasures. Not all of them, but I've heard people in Fragcom hate on Lulu, hate on Poison, hate on Britney. And that's fine, that's okay to have an opinion. That's why I wanted to include these as a guilty pleasure, because I still feel it falls into that category where it's like almost a taboo to wear it, but you want to wear it, and you do wear it. And you sometimes feel ashamed you're wearing it. And you want to get a good flogging. Yes, I said it, flogging. You want to get a good beating. Yes, I said it, beating. Anyway, back to the fragrances. So we have the next final one, Womanity, is the next guilty pleasure. And people will recoil. And this is a first formula. This is not fishy nether regions at all on me. It's challenging to some. It's one of the most aquatic, salty fig fragrances with this fantasy note of caviar that, oh, I love it so much. I will only wear this in the summer. So I'm going to wear a lot more of it now. This is so potent, I wear about 3 sprays, and that is enough because that's how strong it is. It goes almost woody, like the wood has just come ashore from a shipwreck, and it's got that water. I'm not describing it well. It's a piece of wood that's come up. I'm not describing this well, am I? It's a piece of wood you find at the shore, which has this saltiness from the sea. And I love it. Others hate it. It's a challenging fragrance for some. But this caviar note that they've put in, I don't know if I get this caviar. It is like the fig leaf, saltiness, ozonic aquaticness. A stunning bottle. It's revered by many and loathed by many, and I'm in the category where it's revered. So, Womanity by Thierry Mugler, a guilty pleasure. Love the way this just, oh, I'm so weird. I wish this was longer so I could just enslave somebody in chains. So those were my guilty pleasures. Some of them, I could have doubled this list, but I just wanted to share a few. What are yours? I really want to know. What do you consider, oh, I don't really want to wear that, but I'm going to. I feel guilty for wearing it. What if they don't like it? Who cares? Who gives? a flying fig. So until next time, you've been watching another edition of The Fragrantician. And as I always say, when somebody gives you a compliment, thank them. Because maybe they're jealous of you. And maybe they need friends. Till the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. And don't forget, always keep them talking.